this incredible gap between me and life. That I felt like life was happening like an inch away. It wasn't me doing the life, it was someone, and it was, I felt this, I felt that I wasn't being fully present, even though I didn't use that language at the time. But that's how I felt. I felt like everything I did, it wasn't me doing it, it was somebody else doing it. And I wanted to be connected into my body. I wanted to be connected into my person, to my being. I also felt that for me there was this real gap in terms of creativity. And I felt that the secret to creativity, on some intuitive level, I felt the secret to creativity was to be present. And I remember having a conversation with Joko Beck about this, and she described how she did Dharma talks. And this is a woman who has, been a teacher for a long time. And she said she started and she'd spent weeks and weeks and weeks writing a Dharma talk. Then she'd spend, days and days and days. Then she'd spend hours and hours and hours. And then finally she just would come and arrive and just start talking. And I felt like that because essentially she had learned to be present and did that, and had this really strong confidence that it would arise. And that's sort of where I wanted to be. And so I did a lot of practice, and I went to a lot of sessions, some really grueling sessions. And then I don't know how it happened, but eventually that gap between life out here and life in here diminished. And all of a sudden, I felt like I was here. When I was a kid, I used to be a poet. I used to write poetry all the time, but I hadn't written poetry. I write a lot. I write stories and essays and whatnot, but I hadn't written any poems. And I went to my first silent retreat with Adyashanti, and within minutes, his thing is that you're not supposed to read anything, you're not supposed to distract yourself in any way, but you can have a book and you can write. So I started writing poems. And they just started flowing out of me, just flowing and flowing and flowing and flowing. And it was really about being in tune with the silence.